Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Satgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marudatulyabhegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayutamukyam Sri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagya Vriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Gridau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punah Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha-jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Nilambujasyamalakomalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamshanatham Janmatyasya yatonvayaditarataccharteshva vighneswarat Tene brahmahridaya adigavaye muhyanti yatsuraya Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha Damna svena sada nirastakuhagam Satyam param dhimahi Dharma projita kaida putra varamo Nirmatsaranam satam Vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam Tapatrayonmulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite Kimva Pareirishwara Sadyo Hritya Varudhyate Trakritibihi Chushushubittakshanade Nigamakalpadaror Galitam Phalam Shukamukhat Amrtadrava Samyutam Pipada Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayete. So, the morning we left you with a few questions of Parikshit Maharaj to Shukadev. Now, first question. So, how Atma get connected to body? He says it is the mysterious power of the Lord, Bhagavan's mysterious power called Maya. Like your dream, you created the dream world and the whole world relationship The dream world relationship also you have created it, but you are not affected by the dream world. Suppose you get a lottery in dream, waking up you are not going to encash that. But you feel connected while dreaming. In reality, nothing affects the dreamer who is the waker. So too, the whole creation is a sankalpa of Bhagavan. Even in waking state also, how long you feel sorrowful? As long as the thought remains in your mind. Once you change, then it is gone. So, for example, somebody, wife died, he was very sorrowful, and after 6 months, you get an invitation card for his wedding. And you ask, why are you getting married so soon? Bachon ke liye. No, it's for children's sake. So this is how, because this is natural. Now, once Brahmaji was confused about how to create this world, and then Lord himself came and instructed him. So that instruction is called the Chatushloki Bhagavatam. Only 4 verses. The first, it was given to Brahmaji by Bhagavan himself, and that 4 shlokas, Vyasa Bhagavan or Naradji's help, Vyasa Bhagavan expanded and made into 18,000 verses. Now, what is the theme of these 4 verses? The first verse, what is the nature of absolute reality, that is Brahman. The second one is, how does that Supreme Brahman appears as this world? Through Maya Shakti. And what is that Maya Shakti? The third point is, when this creation is made through Maya, what is the relationship between the cause and effect? That is, the cause, that is Brahman, and the effect, that is Jagat. Fourth point, how to get out of this world. How to get out of this mill, how to gain moksha. So, these are the 4 points given in the 4 verses. I will read the verses. Ahame vasame vagre nanyat yat sadasat param paschadaham yadettacha yova shishyeta sosmyaham ratertham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tat vidyat atmano maya yatha vaso yatha tamaha yatha mahanti bhutani bhuteshu chavacheshvanu pravishtanya pravishtani tata teshu nateshvaham etavadeva jitnyasyam tattva jitnyasunatmanah अन्वय व्यतिरेकाभ्याम यस्या सर्वत्र सर्वता. So, agre, before creation, ahameva asam, I alone was there. Then again, after creation, asam ahameva, asam eva, I alone remain. During this creation also, I alone is there. So, ado vante chayannasti vartamanepi tattatha. In Gaudapadacharya, in my Mandukya Upanishad says, what was not there before, What will not be there after, in between also, it is not there. So this is the theory. Before the creation of time, there is no time in the Lord, so there is no question of past or future. Whatever remains at the end also, ahameva, Bhagavan alone is there. So aham, the aham word is also very important. In our Sanskrit alphabet, Aksharamala, the first letter is A. And A is pronounced with opening the mouth. A. And last letter also Ha. Both are pronounced opening the mouth. So there is a sutra by Panini, Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kantaha. So A and Visarga both are pronounced with Kanta, guttural. And you cannot keep the mouth open all the time. You have to close also. So you have, when you close the mouth, it is makara. So ma. So a, ha, ma. Aham. So aham means what? The entire Aksharamala is included. The entire Aksharamala means what? Words. Words means sentences. Sentences means knowledge. So the idea is the entire gamut of knowledge that you can gather in life is pointing towards what? Know thyself. Know yourself. So this is the whole meaning of aham. And that aham is what? Paramatma. That Paramatma is what? You. Whenever you say aham, from which standpoint you are telling aham, that determines the knowledge or ignorance. So this is the whole point of teaching. So Bhagavatam is teaching that. So, Hritirtham, without being real, yat pratiyeta. Now what is this world? Hritirtham yat pratiyeta, without being real, which appear. What you see is not real. What is not seen is real. But we are thinking ulta. What you see, we think it is real. What you don't see, we say it is unreal. So the one who illumines that is not seen. When you mistake snake for rope, what is seen is false, but covers the real truth of perception. The world is there, but not Lord. This power is called Maya. Now, Bhagavan says, this is what you have to do in this. What is Brahmaswarupam? What is Maya Swarupam? Now, how to get out of it? Etavadeva jitnyasam tattu jitnyasunatmanaha. Anvaya vidireka. Anvaya means presence, vidireka means absence. In the clay, there is presence of clay. In the pot, there is a presence of clay. But if the pot is removed, there is still the clay remains. With this logic, you have to arrive at what is continuously present. So that's why Shankaracharya says, Balyadishatu Jagradashitu Dada Sarva Savastasubhi Vyavartasvaravartamanam Ahamityantap Surandam Sada. So, whether it is childhood or youthhood or old age, there is one thing consistent in you. What is that? Aham, aham, aham. That never changes. So, what is that not changes in you? What is that changes in you? Please recognize. And remain in what remains constantly in you. And try to discover that. Be remaining in that. This is the whole teaching of Vedanta. Now, out of all this, Bhagavan says one should know how to get out. Exit is to be noted, isn't it? Thief always know the exit, otherwise he won't enter the house. Now in the plane also, if you go, they will announce, there are 4 exits and 2 at the back, 2 at the front, etc. They will tell you. The same way, we entered this life without knowing how to exit, isn't it? So, Bhagavan says you should know how to exist. The exit is what? Recognizing the nature of Maya. Maya means what? That which is not permanent. We are not saying that it's not there. Please don't mistake it. The world is there. But we are only saying that it is not permanent. Everything is transitory. If this appreciation is there, you will be able to enjoy life. Like you enjoy a movie. Hindi movies, 3 hours movies are there, and there are 5 or 6 musical, songs also there. Each song lasting about 5 to 10 minutes, and that you go there, you know it is not real, but still you enjoy it, isn't it? So, the same way you look at this creation, you know it is not real, then it will become an entertainment. If you take it real, then it becomes sorrowful. This is the whole teaching. Now afterwards, itihasas, the description of itihasas. Itihasa means history, like Mahabharata and Ramayana. Then Puranas, also based on history, but educative in nature. Story is told to drive some moral. That's why lion and elephant are talking. Don't ask how can they talk and all that. You just understand the message. And Puranas and Mahapuranas. Puranas, the 5 Lakshanas are there. For Mahapurana, there are 10 Lakshanas are there. So, the Puranas, Sarga, Pratisarga, Manvantara, Vamsha, Vamshanucharitam. These are the 5 Lakshanas of Purana. Mahapurana, there are 10 Lakshanas. Sarga, Visarga, Sthanam. Sthanam means sustenance. And Poshanam means nourishment. Bhagavan's Anugraha. Then Utayaha means different karma vasanas. Asuri, Devi, Manushi vasanas. Then Manvantaras. Then the Ishanukatha, many stories of Lord and devotees. Nirodha means the solution of the world. And Mukti, liberation. Then Ashraya, abode of all. These are the 10 topics that you will see from the 3rd canto onwards. All these 10 topics will come. Only to the 10th chapter, only to reveal the 10th canto, all these are discussed. 11th canto is supposed to be the head of Bhagavatam. With this, we end the 2nd canto. Now we enter into the 3rd canto. 3rd canto topics are Sarga, means creation of basic element, Jiva Tattva. Then Varahavatar, measurement of time and space, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu's origin, Hiranyakshavatham, and Kardama Prajapati and birth and teaching of Kapila Muni. These are the topic in 3rd canto. So Prathama Skanda, we saw Athikari, Parishit story. Then 2nd canto, Dvidiya Skanda, we saw Sadhana. What are the sadhanas to be practiced? We saw Sukha Maharshi initiating Parishit for meditation in 3 levels. One is the Virat Rupa Varnana, then Eka Rupa Dhyanam, and then Nirguna Jnana Dhyanam. Now in this sadhana skanda, 10 characters of Mahapuranas were given. From this skanda onwards, the exposition of each item starts. Remember, the story started with Shaunakadi Rishi asking question to Sutaji. Then it went to Parikshit, Raja and Sukadevji. During the discourse, the Shaunaka Rishi heard from Sutaji that Vidurji asked similar question of what Parikshit asked to Maitreya Rishi. Now he wanted to know how the meeting took place between Vidurji and Maitreya Rishi. Now who is Vidurji? You know, 3 brothers, Dhritarashtra, the Pandu and Vidurji. Dhritarashtra had 100 sons, Pandu had 5 sons, and Vidurji was very fond of his both brothers. Even though Dhritarashtra had great respect for Vidurji, but he did not listen to his wise counsel. When the Mahabharata war was about to take place, Vidurji decided to go on a pilgrimage because his words were not taken seriously by Duryodhana. In fact, he has insulted him also. Mahabharata war took place, Kauravas were killed, then Pandavas took over the kingdom. During the travel of Vidurji, he met Uddhavaji. Now, who is Uddhava? About him, the details will come in the 11th canto. 10th canto also we will see him, but 11th canto we will see more details. How Sri Krishna and Arjuna were fast friends. In the same way, Uddhava and Sri Krishna were great friends and devotee. Now, when he met Uddhavji, he informed Vidurji about the destruction of Yadus and how the Lord departed from this world. Vidurji never knew all this. He was extremely sad. During that conversation, Uddhava mentioned to Vidurji that before the Lord left, he had given him knowledge like he gave the knowledge to Arjuna. So Vidurji requested Uddhava, please impart that knowledge which Bhagavan gave it to him. Then Uddhava told Vidurji that duty has been assigned to Maitreya Rishi. Bhagavan, before departing from this world, he remembered you and informed me to tell you that when I meet you, I should inform that you should go to Maitreya Rishi, who will give you this knowledge. When Vidurji heard that, Lord has remembered me, even at the last moment, he was both in the moods of joy and sorrow. It was so overwhelming for him that he could not control his grief and was speechless for a long time. Now, where will he find this Maitreya Rishi? He knew these Mahatmas stayed near Gangaji in either Rishikesh or Haridwar. He knew it, and finally, in search of him, he went to those places. Finally, he found him. He respectfully worshipped the sage and requested to enlighten him on the following questions. So it seems he has asked 100 questions. 60% got answered, he walked away. Now, first question Vidurji is asking. Sukhaya karmani karoti loke natai sukham vanyatu paramam va vindeta bhuyastadayeva dukkham yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadennaha. In this life, all are struggling. What are you struggling about? What are you busy about? We are all busy all the time, isn't it? Doing something or other. Sukhaya karmani karoti lokaha. All of us working for getting what? Sukham, anandam, happiness. But natai sukham vanyatu paramam va. But the result is what? We are not ending up with happiness. We are still seeking. End products are all expecting sukham, but did they find it? In spite of all that, they never get real sukham. They get momentary sukham. There is no doubt about it. What is real happiness? That which put an end to sorrow. That is called real happiness. Day and night working for happiness, but happiness is not found. But sorrow also there is no end. That is why people ask, how are you? And don't talk about your constipation. It is a pleasantry thing only. Nobody expects your whole story. So there is a joke, one man was chasing another man. Someone asked, why are you chasing after him? He said, he told all his sorrow to me. And my turn came to tell him about my sorrow. He ran away. This is not fair, is it? Oh Lord, please tell us what is the right thing for us to find happiness. Now, Vidurji is an educated person. He himself answers actually. He says, I know people who have gone away from the Lord, who are habituated in doing evil things, they suffer. So whenever we suffer, we should understand the reason for our suffering, because we have gone far away from the Lord. The more we are away from the Lord, we suffer. So, but people like you roam about to bless, such people only enjoy life. Maitreya Rishi said, you are a sadhu who wishes good for all and does good also for others. So, who is a sadhu? Paragaryam satnoti, the sadhu. The one who always thinks about the welfare of others, he is called a sadhu purusha. Now, Sankarshana Bhagavan gave this to Parashara Rishi, another sampradaya, Guru Parampara is given here. Sankarshana Bhagavan has given this to Parashara Rishi, and from there Maitreya Rishi got this knowledge. Now the question of creation is answered here. All are trying to find answer for this question. Scientists have their own way of finding out the truth. As far as the spiritual world is concerned, their method is different. When these rishis goes into meditation, though they go deep into meditation and knowledge is revealed to them. That is why these are called revealed knowledge. Once revealed, they put it in a very logical manner. Our mind is limited and we have to invoke a different kinds of intelligence to appreciate this knowledge. With the discovery of DNA and RNA, the understanding is that every cell of our body tells you the whole story of your body. Therefore, it is easy to understand what is there in Brahmanda is there in Pindanda. Pindanda means individual. When your mind is tuned to that nature, nature reveals her secret. How do you create anything? Before anything to do, I must be there. Somebody said, I think, therefore I am. No, it is not. existence is first and then knowledge. Before anything created, the existence has to be first. That existence is endowed with knowledge. That is why it is a Sat and Chit. So, whenever a person becomes aware of his or her power, he has to express. Desire arises, then he has to act. That's why small house, you are very happy. But when you get more money, then what happens? You want an independent house. More money, then you want not only independent house, it has to be sea facing or what is that? Lake facing, isn't it? Suppose the little child know when he can talk, he keep on talking, you can't stop him, isn't it? Someone discovers he can sing in the bathroom, then you had it, isn't it? First you become aware of your abilities, then desire to express that power comes automatically. Therefore, that Lord in whom all the powers are dormant, because became aware of his powers and then started the creation. So, now power dominant in Lord is called Maya. The first, the total mind. The second is I sense. Then 5 elements, 5 sense organs, 5 sense objects, then 5 organs of action, intellect, memory, put together 24 tattvas. Chaturvimshati tattva prakaram. All of them get power from the Lord. We are doing everything with all these faculties which have come from the Lord. He delegates powers to all deities and he enters them tatsrishtva tadevanupravishate. Having created, he entered in all of them. He enters them all, then everyone get activated. Now Vidurji asked, that Paramatma is attributeless, actionless, free from all qualities. How that Paramatma become aware of his power and say, let me become that, etc. It is okay for human being level, but not for the Lord. How can, the question is very interesting, isn't it? Bhagavan is attributeless, means what? Desireless. Aptakamaha. He has achieved everything that is to be achieved in life. There is nothing that is wanting in him. Purnaha. Then such a Purna Purusha, how come he had this thought, let me become many? Bahusyam prachayeyeta satapotapyata satapattaptva. All these statements are there. So how come he entertained this thought? Don't say this creation he created out of sport, Leela. Leela means what? Sport. It is something like children, sitting quietly and tell you, go and play. Mother tell you, go and play. Why? To entertain themselves, isn't it? So that means you are bored, so you want to play, to entertain yourself. So how can Bhagavan get bored? That is also not correct. You cannot say it is his sport, it is his Leela. All these things, you cannot give me that kind of answer. Now Maitreya Rishi listened to him and say, Soyam Bhagavato Maya. This is the greatness of Bhagavan's Maya. Why? Because it defies all logic. Whatever logic you try to prove the existence of Maya, you fail. You hit a wall. That's why scientists is trying to, so many years, so many scientists have come and tried to discover the origin of this creation. They fail. Every time they come with some theory. String theory, that theory, this theory. But every time it gets defeated. Why? That is the nature of Maya. So all the logic, Shankaracharya also in his Adhyasa Bhashya, he starts with this. He gives you all contradictions in Adhyasa Bhashya. So Yushmat Asmat Pratyayo ho Vishay Vishayino ho Tama Prakashavate Viruddha Svabhatvat Itaredara Bhavanam Anupapattau Ityadi. He gives a lot of reasons why it should not. Why this combination between Paramatma, the inert and sentient Vastu, is not possible. How can, like this light and darkness, how can a combination of light and darkness, day and night, is possible? It is not possible. Exactly like that, a combination of sentiency and inert, how is it possible? Logically, it is not possible. But we say it. We are a combination of both. We are inert with reference to body. At the same time, we are sentient. This combination has taken place. That is the power of Maya. So, Agadita Padana Kadiyasi Maya. That which is impossible, he creates. So, he gives an example of dream. So, in dream, suddenly a man become rich and rich man become poor. How does it happen? One cannot answer that. Janaka Maharaj's story, Janaka Maharaj saw, in his dream, he became a beggar. He was begging in the street. And he got up, he was worried. He went to his guru and asked, I had this dream. I was dreaming that I am begging for food, etc. Now my question is, the Raja dreamt or the beggar is dreaming that I am Raja? This is my doubt. The Guru said, you are neither Raja nor beggar. You are Paramatma. So this is the teaching. Now see, what is water? H2O, isn't it? Why two hydrogen and oxygen makes up the water? Can you explain this? You cannot answer. You can say H2O is water, that you can say. But why oxygen is two and water is one? The oxygen is one. That you cannot answer. It is like that. So, the creation theory is given not to get involved in the creation, but to get out of it. You try to find reason, your intellect will hit a wall. This is the nature of Maya. I build the house and I get attached to it. Therefore, I am called householder. So too the creator becomes a creature. We have to go back to my real nature. The creation is more elaborately given. From the Lord's navel came Brahmaji. Brahmaji could not see anything. He heard a voice, tapaha, tapaha. And after doing tapas, Bhagavan himself appeared and gave him this knowledge. Subjectively, if you create, you have to become Chaturpuja Brahma. All of us are Chaturpuja Brahma. Thought, first is thought, then it is decision, then smriti, then I am going to do this. So, para pashyanti madhyama vaikari. So, these are the three levels of development of thought. So, for instance, you got the advertisement of this, what was Saptaha. So a thought came, why not I go there? Then you have a doubt, should I go or not? I am going to waste my time. Then you inquire about the Swami, whether he is good or not. So is it worth going? Is it entertaining or it is boring? So like that. And you tell, your friends will tell, not bad. He is then you make a decision, okay, I will go. Then you come and sit here, isn't it? So these are all 4 levels of development. All of us go through that. This is called sarga, the original matter, the fundamental element. See, after cloning, they discovered cloning. One scientist met God. So the scientist told the God, God, you can retire now because we can do your job. Bhagavan said, okay, very good. I was waiting for retirement. Thank you very much. But before I retire, I want to test you whether you can do my job or not. So Bhagavan, out of clay, he created pot. And the scientist said, oh, this is very easy. I can do that also. So he started picking up the clay. Then Bhagavan said, wait. That is my clay. You cannot touch that. You have to create your own clay. The hand scientist said, no, you are reappointed. You can convert from one energy to another is possible. Can you create the fundamental elements? Even Brahmaji cannot create anything new. You can make ice cream but not milk. Plant world, insect, birds, animals, gods, human being, etc. Then now, the Maitreya Rishi is entering into the question, that is how time derived. He says, plant world, insect, birds, animals, gods and human being, etc. all of them are made up of the smallest particle called Paramanu. So how beautiful this is given. This Paramanu cannot join with each other. But we have an illusion that it is together. So it's very scientific. The smallest unit of time measurement is called Paramanu. Now, how time devolved? He says 2 Paramanus equal to 1 Anu. 3 Anus equal to Trasrenu. 3 Trasrenu is Triti. 100 Tritis is Vedha. 3 Vedhas equal to 1 Lava. And 3 Lavas equal to 1 Nimisha. And 3 Nimishas equal to Kshana. 5 Kshanas is equal to Kashta. 15 Kashtas equal to Laghu. 15 Laghus equal to 1 Natika. 6 Natikas, 1 Yama. 8 Yamas, 24 hours. See the development. So the second is divided into many parts here. 7 days, 1 week, and 4 weeks, 1 month, 12 months, a year. Man's lifespan is 100 years. The beginning of Kali Yuga, okay? End of Kali Yuga, it will reduce to 50 years. Satya Yuga, 17 lakhs, 20,000 years. 1.7 million. Treta Yuga, 12 lakh 96,000, 1.296. Dwapara Yuga, 8.6 lakhs, 86,000. Kali Yuga, 864,000, yeah. Dwapara Yuga. Kali Yuga is 4.32 lakh. So people say Kali Yuga is going to end soon and all that. Don't worry. We are only 5,000 Prathama Pade. Only first quarter only. Nothing, long way to go. So total is approximately 4.3 million years. Your Big Bang theory also says same thing, right? So 4 yugas put together, 1 Mahayuga. 1,000 Mahayugas, 12 hours of Brahmaji. Another 1,000 Mahayuga, 12 hours of his sleeping. 100 years like this he lives. Now, but Brahmaji feel it is too short. Now it's like an ant's life is so short, but he will be envious of man who lives more than ant. But man is not happy with even 99 years, isn't it? So Srishti first is Tattvanusar, special creation. Only through Sankalpa he could materialize. So that is why first created Sanat Kumar. They were asked to create, but they were so pure, they refused and went into contemplative life. Brahmaji was angry, and in that mood, peculiar creatures created. So that is called Rudra. Bhagavan said, and Rudra was started creating peculiar creatures. So Bhagavan said, you keep quiet, don't do anything. Wrong creation. So all withdrawn, all called back immediately. Subjectively, when your mind is calm, everything is beautiful. But when we get angry, from where we get such beautiful vocabulary we don't know. Then we say, I withdraw my statements, etc. So this is what Brahmaji also did. Then the creation has to continue. So Brahmaji divided himself into two, and one part became Manu, another part became Shatarupa. Manu means mind, means thoughts. Wedded to Shatarupa means intellect. The thoughts take hundreds of forms, Shatarupa. We are children of Manu, therefore we are called Manava. English, man. That U is dropped. Manu. U is dropped, man. So that is why in Western culture, you is not there, only I is there, isn't it? In Indian culture, you is important than I. See how beautiful it is. Brahmaji told Manu and Shatarupa, please multiply yourself and continue the creation. They said, we are ready, but where will we stay? Brahmasi said, yes, just I made earth and where did it go? Then he realized that one Asura has taken the earth. As he was thinking, from his nostrils came a creature. A boar, a thumb size came out. A thumb size boar came out. And as soon as it came out, it increased its size and plunged into water and killed this Rakshasa, Hiranyaksha, and brought out the earth from water, established the earth properly. Now people wonder why when they hear from Brahmaji's body so many creatures were born. But you can understand from your body also so many creatures are born, isn't it? From your head, what is that? Lice. Stomach, there are worms, bacteria, etc. If you buy a fruit also some insects come out, isn't it? Creation is in many ways. One type is called Chakshu Srishti. Only look, Srishti happens. Sankalpa Srishti. So, then, why? Because here quality of earth is smell. Through nose you smell. Greatest lover of earth is called Sukara. Sukara means bore. So why Sukara? Su karoti iti Sukaraha. So he keep on saying su, That is what called Sukara. Chap karoti chappalaha, they say, like that. So Sanskrit you can learn like that. Symbolically, Hiranyam means gold, whose eyes are always on gold. So greed to hoard and grab others' wealth, that he wants the whole world to himself. That is the meaning. Hiranyaksha hid earth under water. So he wanted to hoard the whole wealth. Earth is not meant for one individual, it is for all. So he said, Namakarana Sukaraya. To accomplish a particular job, he took that form. Salutation to that form, Sukara, which he assumed for a reason. Question: who was this Hiranyaksha? How did he become so powerful? So, the story, what is called flashback. We have to get. So, Bhagavan in Vaikuntha has this two Dwarapalaka, Jaya, Vijaya. So, Indriya Jaya, Mano Vijaya. So, control of senses, control of mind. Only then you can be closer to the Lord. One day, Sanat Kumaras, they roam about in the world, and one day they thought of visiting Vaikuntha and seeing, having the darshan of Bhagavan Vishnu. But this Jaya Vijaya became little proud that we are closer to Bhagavan. This is what happened to us also. When we have control over certain thing, we become very proud, isn't it? Swamiji, I never smoked so far in my life. You become very proud. And that will be the destruction of you. You yourself will break that, isn't it? So they became little proud. So much so that one day when Lakshmi herself went out for shopping and she came back, they stopped her, saying that Bhagavan is sleeping now, you cannot go. Hey, my own house, how dare you stop me? And she went and complained to Bhagavan, these people should be dismissed immediately. And Bhagavan said, wait, because if I listen to you and remove them from job, people will say, I am a henpecked husband. So I don't want to get that kind of... But when they dishonor or disrespect some Mahatma sadhus, then I can dismiss them. So this Lakshmi ji was going out and down. Again she was angry looking at them. Why they are still here? She was waiting for. Bhagavan also was waiting, it looks like. So this Sanat Kumaras came. They stopped. And in Vaikuntha there is a rule that Mahatmas can walk in any time. They don't need any particular visa or any permission, nothing. They can walk in. That was the rule. But this Jaya Vijaya stopped, and the Sanat Kumaras got really angry. He said, you stopping us? So this type of behavior is fit for Rakshasas. So may you become Rakshasas. That also 3 lives. Okay. Now when Bhagavan heard the noise outside, He came immediately, came out, and when Sanat Kumara saw Bhagavan, they calmed down now immediately. And then not only calmed down, they felt bad also. It is something like you go to somebody's house and the servant misbehave, you dismiss the servant without asking the master. You see, you should have complained to the master. Master would have done the job. Instead of that, you dismiss. So Sanat Kumara did that. They dismissed him. So they felt very bad. Oh Lord, we have done something wrong. So please forget about our shapa. And Bhagavan said, no. Please cancel our shapa and all. Lord said, no, it is not possible. Since my servants offended you, I am their master. I should also take punishment. So, Prityaparade Swami Dandavyaha. Suppose Pritya makes some mistake, the children make mistake, parents also get punishment, it seems. So, see, Bhagavan's love is shown here. So, since they have to take 3 births, I will take 4 births. Bhagavan's love is shown here. Subjectively, our experience of spirituality must be guarded. That is why whenever you are progressing in spiritual practices, you should not announce. Swamiji, I have developed this particular power. What? I can read others' mind. Please don't announce. You will have a beeline of people there standing. Please read my mind. So Jaya means control over senses, Vijaya means control over mind. Should not have the arrogance of control. These Jaya and Vijaya became children of Diti, Kashyapa's sons. Asura. Kashyapa had 2 wives, Atiti and Diti. Aditi's children, Suras, Devas. Our mind also, both are there. Sura and Asura. Kashyapa, the opposite is called Pashyaka. Pashyaka means what? Seer. Seer means the Lord. Lord is vetted to, what is that? Our mind. Our mind has got Diti and Atiti. What? Asuric thought, Devi thought. Now, wedded to Sankalpa, Vikalpa. That is the idea here. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaksha was killed by the Lord, but the 7th canto we will see Hiranyakashipu's Vatha also, story. Now, Manu and Shatarupa became the ruler of earth. They begot 5 children, 2 sons and 3 daughters. Uttanapada and Priyamvada, these are the 2 sons. Devahuti, Akuti, Prasuti, these were the 3 daughters. Of them, Akuti was married to Ruchi, Devahuti to Kardama Prajapati, and Prasuti to Daksha Prajapati. Now here comes the story of the first daughter, Devahuti. She heard from Naraji about one Rishi, Kardama. By hearing his glory, she fell in love with him. And Kardama Rishi came to know about her through Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan said, Raja, Manu will come with his daughter and you just accept her. Kardama Rishi said, okay. Those days, before getting married, these men used to do ghora tapas. That is why they got good wives, you see. Nowadays, men don't do any tapas. That is why they get into trouble. So, so this Kardama Rishi was also doing tapas for gaining what? Getting a good wife. That's why Bhagavan himself found him a good wife. Then, as predicted by Bhagavan, one day Raja Manu and Shatarupa brought their daughter Devahuti to Kardama Rishi's small hut, kutia. Then Kardama Rishi said, I am pleased with your arrival and please tell me what I can do for you. Whatever you wish, understand it is done. You never say that, before knowing what the other person wants, you should not promise. Dasharatha did it, he got into trouble. Then he said, please marry my daughter. Then Kardama Rishi knew already. So he said, Badam, okay, very good, okay. Now Rajakumari living in a palace with all luxury and now marrying to a saint, Sant, who has only a small hut. Manu and Shatarupa went away, leaving her with Kardama Rishi. Now look at this. After marriage, there is no honeymoon, nothing. Kardama Rishi went into Samadhi. No honeymoon. How could he do that? But she went on serving him. She knew the glory or greatness of her husband. She continued serving him. He did not even look at her. But she went on serving him without complaint. After a few years, he realized, I am married, I have a wife. He looked at her, and by the time she already become old. Then looking at her, his heart melted. Then he said, I am pleased with you. What is that you want, I shall grant you. She said, what I want is a family life with husband and children. This is what the whole purpose of marriage. Then he said, okay, do one thing. Go and take a bath in that lake. And after she took bath, she came out young. And what about Kardama Rishi? He also took a bath in that, and he also became a very handsome person. Now you are wondering, where is that lake? It's called Bindu Saras. I don't know if it's still there or not. Then out of his tapas power, Kardama Rishi created a Kamaga Viman. By will, it can go anywhere. And the description of that particular Viman is given in Bhagavatam so detailed. You can see the opulence. Now you must have heard people who are rich, all billionaires, how they live, and their description of their palace and all that you must have heard. This is much more than that. You should read the details. When you get time, you can read that. You can see the details, how beautifully it is. The interior decoration, etc. is given there. So beautifully. But one thing is that it doesn't need any fuel, only mental thought. And it will fly. Now, by will, it can go anywhere. Both of them enjoyed many years, all heavenly pleasures. Then they got 9 daughters, 9 girls. See, when the marriage was proposed at that time, Kartamarishi said, once you have a son, I will leave you. I will renounce. 9 daughters came. Then Kartamarishi said one day to this Devahuti, enough, I am going. She said, Aham gacchami, I am going. She said, we have 9 daughters and they are not married. And you said, when the son is born, you will go. The son is not yet born. So these girls will go away and you will also go away. Who will be there with me? So I should have a son. And also, I remain ignorant. Having got a husband like you, that is not fair. Then Kardamarishi said, all right, do some penance, because he knew from her womb the Lord is going to be manifest. She has to be pure. Now in the course of time, the Lord himself appeared as Kapila Bhagavan. So it is Jnanavatar. Kapi means monkey. Our mind is also like a monkey. Lati means Nighrannati. The one who brings under his control his mind is called Kapila. Ka means Sukham also. The one who brings Sukham to you is also called Kapi. So Kapi is not a monkey, okay? The one who gives you happiness. And even if you look at a monkey, you feel happy, isn't it? What a strange thing. When he grew up a little, Kardamarishi met his son in private and said, I know you are that Lord himself. Oh Lord, please bless me further. I want to leave and go in the forest and meditate and merge with you. See here, there is a beautiful discussion by the commentators like Sridhara Swami, etc. Bhagavan himself has appeared as his son. Instead of enjoying that Lord, he says, I want to leave him. So here comes the real Vedanta topic. What is that? Even if the Lord comes in a particular form, that form is also limited. And that form will disappear also. Bhagavan Krishna also appeared and disappeared. But what is that permanent in you which will never disappear? That Lord is what I want. Therefore, Kardamarishi left and he meditated and merged with Bhagavan, one with him. I don't want to be separate from him. Then the 9 daughters got married to 9 rishis. We will see their names later. One day, after the girls and husband had gone, Devahuti approached her son and requested him to teach her Brahma Vidya. This is called Kapila Gita. In Bhagavatam 3rd canto, there are 9 sections. This teaching of Kapila Gita, Kapila Bhagavan. Mother says, Nirvinda nitaram bhuman asat indriya darshanad yena sambhavyamanena prapannantam tamaprabho. O Lord, Nirvinna nitaram bhuman. She addresses him as Bhuman. Bhuman means Paramatma. I am tired of gratifying the senses. Asat indriya darshanat. Our sense pleasures are like that. The more you indulge, more you want it. Our Gurudev used to say, it is something like that our desires are like this tissue paper. You take one, another will come there. So that you pull one, another will come there. Exactly like that. And why? Because it is something like eating this, this potato chips. Have you noticed that? You take one bunch and put it in a bowl and start eating. After finishing it, and you wrapped up that box or a packet and kept it there. Then again after finishing this lot, you go back again and put it in the same day. This indriya, the sense pleasure is like that. Ena sambhavyamanena prabannantam tamaprabho. Our sense pleasures are like that. I am tired now. Because of that, I am still ignorant. See, I am born to Manuraja and married to a great Rishi, Kardam Rishi, and now whose son is the Lord himself. Still I remain ignorant. What a tragedy. But I have found in you the axe to cut off the tree of samsara. You are the one who created this samsara, and therefore you alone can free me from this. Koi bando, soi bando. Now, whoever is tied, you have to untie that also. That job is also given to you. So, Devahuti says, I surrender to you. You are that axe which cut down the tree of samsara for those who surrender to you. The one who has tied me should untie me from this bondage. Indirectly says, you are the one who created problem. So, you have to remove it also. So you remember the story that this Sugriva came and told Bhagavan Ramchandraji, when he forgot, 4 months he enjoyed and forgot that he promised Bhagavan that he will go and search for Sita ji. He forgot. And Bhagavan had to remind him. And when he came, he prostrated to Bhagavan and said, Bhagavan, it is not my mistake actually. It is all your Maya. You are the one who created this Maya and put us all into this. And now what to do? We are all victims of your Maya. So the same way she says, you are the one who created it. Please remove it. Now Kapila Bhagavan was very happy that his mother has come to learn from him the truth. He said, I shall teach you Adhyatmika Yoga, spiritual yoga. This is such, if you follow this, there will be end of sorrow and happiness both. Both will come to an end. We think our happiness in getting money, son, job, wife, etc. But is that the truth? Go to Hawaii and stay there. Joy and sorrow come together. It is a package deal. Some understand it. What people think as sorrow is really happiness. What you consider happiness is really sorrow. You test this with your own experience. One has to go beyond this joy and sorrow. People want only joy, not sorrow. That is not possible. Therefore, Adhyatma Yoga is that which takes you beyond sorrow and happiness. Now he says, your mind is the cause of bondage and your mind is the one can free you. Manayeva manishyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. Which mind Guneshu saktam bandhaya. That mind which attached to gunas here means sattva, rajas, tamas, is the one get bound. Body, senses, pleasures, these are all bondage. The same mind detaches himself from all these and attached to the Lord, then there is total liberation. How do we lift our mind is the essence of Kapila Gita. He says mind cannot stay without attachment. So simply saying detach, it is not going to work. You must have tried whole life, but never worked. It again go back, isn't it? Swamiji, you are talking, we know detachment is good, but we can't do it. It is true. So Bhagavan here says, mind cannot remain without attachment. Unless the mind becomes neutral, Ishvara Sakshatkara is not possible. Like a weighing machine, no? First it has to be in zero. Only then you can measure the weight. Suppose the weighing machine itself has a number, then what happens? It will add to your weight. Now he says, the wise say that intense attachment to the object of the world is the cause of bondage for the soul. But at the same time, mind cannot remain without attachment. The same attachment, if directed towards holy men, opens the gate of liberation. Now, holy men mean who is a sadhu? Now, this is another problem. So he gives lakshana of sadhus. Didikshavaha karunikaha suhridas sarvadehinam ajada shatravas shanta sadhavas sadhubhushanaha. He is patient in all circumstances, titikshavaha. Karunikaha, who is full of compassion. Suhridaha, who is a friend to all. Suhridaha sarvadehina, who looks upon none as enemy. Ajata shatravaha. Shantaha, peaceful. Such sadhus are ornament to sadhus. He says, you get attached to those who are totally detached is the solution. But I am worried. I may get attached to the sadhu, but sometimes the sadhu may get attached to you also. If he gets attached to you, then he is not a sadhu. Reject him. A sadhu. So whichever way the Guru tells you, you follow that. This devotion is itself is fulfilling. It should not be the only sentimental level, but it should have the depth of knowledge. Then he takes up the topic of Prakriti and Purusha, which is called Sankhyan philosophy. Anything you see is called object or matter or Prakriti. All elements are known, senses are known, mind is known, intellect is known, and even our ego is known. Memory is also known. Anything come under the purview of knowledge. You say, I know this, it come under the category of matter, object. And the seer is the subject. In Vedanta, there are only two topics. One is subject, another is object. Now to define what is object. Whenever you say, I know this, that come under object. You know this world, it is object. Do you know your body? Yes, it is object. You know your mind? Of course I know. That is object. You know your intellect? Yes, I know my thoughts. It is object. You know your ego? Yes, sometime. That is also object. Your memory is also, yeah, I have good memory, bad memory, that also you know. That means all of them are objects. That which makes all this alive is not known to us. That never become an object. That is called Chaitanyam. That is called Purushaha. That Chaitanya never changes, but we identify with the changing Prakriti and suffers. When you make inquiry, you separate Prakriti from Purusha, then you know that you are that Purusha. Now they ask this question, after all that inquiry, I understand that I am that Purusha, but what is the guarantee that the bondage will not come back? Now, Kapila Muni says, the bondage is unreal and therefore it won't stage a comeback. If it was real, it would not have gone also. Say, Gaudapadacharya in Mandukya Karika gives an example. You mistake a rope for a snake. The snake is not real. That is why it is continuously there, standing there to give you this illusion that it is snake. Suppose it was a real snake, it would have gone. This illusory snake continued to be there. Even after going to 7th floor, come out, again it is standing there. That means what? It is unreal. So this is a question she asks, what is the guarantee it won't come back? Because the bondage itself is unreal, therefore it won't stage a comeback. It was real, it would not have gone also. Or it appears to be coming back due to your lack of proper understanding the truth. It is something Swami used to give us an example. Suppose you are enjoying a mango, juicy mango. How to eat mango also you should know. The whole mango the people do eat. And while eating, you took 1 or 2 bites only, suddenly slip from your hand and fall down. You have not enjoyed the mango. What is your thinking? Whatever is fallen down, you should not take, isn't it? But the joy of eating, it is not satisfied. What you will do? Look here and there, nobody is watching. Pick it up and brush it and again eat. Suppose the very same mango you ate the whole thing and only the seed left. At that time when it fallen down, will you take it back? No. You will leave it. It exactly, that is what. Once you have enjoyed it and thrown, then no more bondage of that particular item. So, once you understand the Vishaya Bhogas are not permanent, then you develop vairagya towards the pleasures of the world. Why we go after the pleasures of the world? We have not established this truth that it is impermanent. Through sadhana, with the body, mind itself, one can grow out of it. Like fire lit with the help of a fuel, that fire destroys the fuel. So through spiritual practice, Practice in the mind destroys the mind. And what is the method? He said, Swadharma Paripalanam. With purity of mind and body, one should seek this knowledge. Once the world is experienced and dropped, the world will not have any hold on you. Then he instructs Devahuti to meditation. In meditation, first he gives Virat Swarupa Upasana, then he gives the single form Upasana. This is what one should practice. Afterwards, in conclusion, how the jiva go through different hells according to his karma, whether he experienced the hell after death or not, but he surely experiences hell in this life itself. One thing special mentioned here in this Kapila Gita, that the jiva, when it is in the womb of his mother, pray to the Lord as he remembers his past lives. The jiva says when he comes to the 7th month, the jiva remembers all his past life, it seems. He prays to the Lord, please take me out of this womb and I shall never commit any sins and pray to you always. I become your devotee. Oh Lord, please take me out of this hell of this mother's womb. And he described how he suffers in the womb also. And it is that in the womb there are worms, they call sahodaras. The brothers born in the womb. And they start biting the child, it seems. It cannot do anything. It starts wriggling inside the womb. That is why you see movement. Mother is very happy. The child is kicking and all that. Kicking it right side, left side. And they interpret also, if it is kicked right side is boy, then left side is girl, etc. What is that? You don't know the child is suffering there. She says, please take me out. But when the jiva come out, what happened? Something happens. He forgets everything and get fascinated with the world, and we forget the Lord. Now, Mother Devahuti gained this knowledge from her own son. Seeing her satisfaction, he instructed her that this knowledge should not be given to those who have no devotion to the Lord. Devahuti salutes the Lord and thank him, and Kapil Dev left her saying, I am also going. No, children left, husband left, finally the son also left her. Mother felt that my son is going, but she understood what he taught her. She went into samadhi and absorbed so much, and the devatas protected her body. When she left the body, that body became a river. There is no surprise to this, Historically, Mirabai's story, her body got merged with the Lord. And Kabir Das' body also, they could not find, only bunch of flowers they could find. So near our Siddhabari ashram, there is a Kapila Guha. It is believed that this is where Kapil Dev gave Apadesha to Devahuti. There is a river also. It is believed that this river is nothing but this Devahuti's body. Now the one who listened to this Kapilopadesha, he will develop deep devotion to the Lord. With this, we complete the 3rd canto. Now, He is giving me the signal to stop. Okay, I will stop. We'll come back. We will have the fourth chapter, fourth skanda. Has got so many. So we have seen Adhikari, Sadhana, Sarga. The fourth canto is Visarga. Visarga means this basic elements multiplication. So that is called Visarga. We shall see that.